We are starting this video off with a pop quiz. I'm just kidding. I was gonna say, do you recognize anything new? Look, okay, we are starting this video off with the best find ever. You guys, let me back up. Look at this adorable bench. So let me tell you, hubby and I have started walking in the mornings, not every day, just a few days a week. And on our walk the other morning, this bench was sitting by the side of the road. Best find ever. And look, she is everything that I love. She's a little bit weathered and worn, but overall, she's in amazing shape. And I cannot tell you how much I love the color of this bench. So far, the only spot I really see, let me show you, is right here. But that's not bad at all, right? But listen, I have to tell y'all, my sweet hubby, how he puts up with me. So listen, we had just started out on this walk. I mean, just started. We started to get a really good pace going. I spot this bench and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have it. So I went to grab it and he was like, honey, he's like, if you want that bench, let's just finish up our walk and then I'll come back and get it. You guys, obviously from that comment alone, you know he does not do any sort of shopping other than online, because if he did, he would know that that was ridiculous talk. That as soon as we rounded the corner, this would be gone. So I am super excited. I'm already planning out how I'm going to use it for fall, Christmas, Halloween. And can you just picture like some plants? Oh my gosh, I'm so in love with it. But this is the best free find. And you guys know I have no problem with free finds. Remember? This was a dumpster dive. This was in a neighbor friend's trash can. And then I went down. Obviously, I made sure it was okay with her before I grabbed it out of the trash can. But yeah, that little table that fits in so well right here was a trash find. I have no problem with it. That's where I've found, honestly, some of my best stuff. So let me show you what else I've picked up. So first, we're gonna head into the dining room. I'm gonna grab my tripod and set it up so I can show you the beautiful thrifted things that I picked up. I think I got some really good deals. But first, I wanted to show you this. This is probably my favorite thrifted find. It's simple, it's beautiful, and of course, you guys all know it's holding my grandmother's yellow rose. If you are new to my channel, this rose was gifted to me by my mother and my aunt. It was given to them in remembrance of my grandmother's beautiful life. And so because I'm so crafty and I'm always decorating, they thought I should have it. Plus the fact that my grandmother and I were just so extremely close. So I always try to honor it. And I always have it in the dining room, and it's always part of my decor, whatever it is I have going on. So when I saw this, I just thought, how simply beautiful would that be just to put the yellow rose in the center? And I got a really good deal on it. It was, let's see. Yeah, $1.99. I couldn't remember if it was $1.50 or $1.99. But $1.99, I just think that's beautiful, right? And I think it looks so good right here on this little corner. So let me grab my tripod, set it up, and then let me show you what else I found. All right, now that we have the tripod all set up, we are starting with this gorgeous piece. Look at this. I mean, as soon as I saw it sitting up on the shelf at the thrift shop, I grabbed it immediately. Because y'all, well, for one thing, I love birds, and what better color combo than the reds mixed in with the brown and the green? I mean, these are all my colors, right? So look how gorgeous it is. Look at the details. I love the little scrolling at the bottom. It is just so beautiful. And I love that it has an LED candle inside. So look, it actually works. I picked this up for $5.99. Look at that. Now, I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. I may put it on one of the built-ins. I may keep it here in the dining room, but that's the fun part, you know, just playing around with it and seeing where I like it best. But I thought, what a great deal. And I just love the bird so much. So there's that one. And then this, y'all are going to be like, Tracy, because y'all know me, I love to decorate. Y'all see my home tours for the holidays. Y'all know I go all out on my porch, so I could not pass this up. But look, so this is the pine cone with needles shimmer string lights. It has 50 lights. There's not a remote in here, but it is remote compatible. But I just thought these were so pretty, and y'all know I am going to use it. But look at this. Look at this sticker. Kohl's, $33.99. I paid $2.99. So when I see stuff like that, when I know I'm going to use it and decorate, I have to pick it up. So next, this one is a steal. Look at this. Now we're going to open it up because I think it is garland. It reminds me of my Walmart garland that I love. That's really thin because I love to string it out like on my hay bales and everything. But look, all of this for $1.99. So let's open it up because like I said, I think it's garland, but to be honest, I'm really not sure. Yeah, see this right here? I'm very familiar with this. This is usually the garland that I always pick up from Walmart. Okay, if I can get into it, how in the world? Okay, here we go. Yes, you guys, that is exactly what it is. Yes, that's what I was hoping for. I'm super excited, and see what I mean by it's like really thin. But I love to work with this because I can do so much with it. I can build it up, I can add lights, I can do all kinds of stuff. So, and you know, one of these on its own is a few dollars. So I'm tickled pink about that. And like I said, you guys know I will use it. And then another thing. Look, napkin rings. They are burlap wreath napkin rings, a set of 4. Apparently it says Bed Bath & Beyond, $14.99. Then at one point it was $3.99. I paid $1.65. You guys know this is one of the things that I love to do. I love to take the napkin rings and decorate with them. In fact, let me show you. Let's go outside on the porch and I'll show you a couple of napkin rings that I used in my decor there. Okay, so I want to show you how I use napkin rings. Like on the porch right now, this is a napkin ring as well as this. I love to place like little figurines, or I guess you could say knickknacks. Like right here, this is a napkin ring. And I love to use those in my decor, so I felt like that was a score. Now this last thing that I thrifted, I have no idea what it is, but I am in love, I love this wood tone. Look at this. I mean, I'm thinking, what do you guys think? Like, I'm wondering if it's like a magazine rack or maybe it's a small doll bed. I'm really not sure. But listen, when I saw it, a million ideas came to me for my decor. And you guys know when I pick pieces out for decorating and stuff like that, I love wicker. I love anything that has like spacing, like the bars, because you can always wrap garland around, you know, decor like this, you can tie ribbons, you can just do so much. So when I saw it, I knew immediately that I needed to have it. And this was $5.99. What do you think? You guys are going to have to let me know in the comments down below. So now let me show you some stuff that I was gifted. Okay, so this first gifted item is from Dad, and it's a sketchbook because Dad, you guys have seen Dad on here. He always sketches out his ideas or future projects. It's very therapeutic for him, and so he is encouraging me to do that. And look at his sweet little notes inside. May all your dreams come true. I love you so very much, Dad. If you can dream it, you can do it. Dad has always said this my whole life. This is a quote by Walt Disney. So he just jotted that down in there. And then it says, to my Tracy, please use this book to sketch and write down all of your ideas. Be sure to date each entry. Love always, love, Dad. And so like this, he had this in here. Look, to my Tracy, love always, Dad. This is like a little prime example of my shelf that he started when I said I wanted the shelf built, please. This was the drawing. And you know what? Looking at this drawing now, I'm realizing I don't have my ball on top. What happened to the ball, Dad? Let me look. Look, here is the shelf. Okay, I'm getting excited. This is what happens. Okay, so here is the drawing. And here is the shelf. Now, if you haven't seen this shelf before, I always decorate it for all the seasons and holidays. I added the brick. I added this little miniature chandelier. I actually filmed a little shorts on it. I try to do both. I try to do long and shorts. So some stuff is in shorts, and sometimes it's in the long and shorts, and then sometimes it's just in the long. It just depends. But I did film a little shorts on this. But yeah, I just realized I don't have the little ball up top. But isn't she beautiful? And this is the shelf that Dad built and made for me. Okay, so now we're outside and we're in between the garage and the house, and this is like our little walkway back there. And I want to show you, let me back up. I'm adding to my collection of little heads. If you haven't seen these before or you're new here, I had a friend and neighbor graciously gift me some of these heads, quite a while ago, almost a couple of years ago, and I love them so much that she recently just gifted me a few more. And she also has them in her yard, and I just think they are absolutely precious. Look. So I just have them sitting up here so I could share them with you. But my goal is to create this beautiful, whimsical little walkway. You know, it's kind of the same concept when you step onto the porch and you're making your way to the front door. I just want it to be fun and interesting. Look, here we go. Listen, I will be the first one to tell you that I just love to have fun, and I love whimsy. I'm always telling you guys on here, my decor style and decorating to some is a little bit different, but I just love it so much. And so I just thought this was a great gift to receive. Look at this one on the end with his little tongue. Yeah, so super, super excited about these guys, and I cannot wait to just change this little walkway up and just make it so beautiful going into the backyard. So now I'm in the backyard and I'm actually on our back steps, and I thought I would quickly kind of show you an overview of our backyard. It is so beautiful here in the Carolinas, but if you've been here a while, you will probably recognize that we have now lights going along the backside of the fence. Those were gifted to me from hubby for Mother's Day, as well as these two hanging plants right here, probably because he felt bad because this one isn't doing so well. But I'm gonna try and work on this one. I'm gonna try and do better. But we are hoping this summer to gift each other like a large pad out here so we can just come and sit and enjoy the weather and the animals, because let me tell you, the wildlife is starting to come out. And you guys know, or maybe you don't, our property, as you can see here, it backs up to some water. And on the other side of the water is some protected wetlands. So we see deer, we see rabbits, gators. There's also, like, you know, just small birds, large birds like herons, and we just enjoy it so much. In fact, I actually shot some footage of some gators behind the house and some other wildlife. I'll try to include that at the end of this video. And you know what's amazing to me looking at this water right here is that during the winter, so everyone is aware of everyone out here. During the winter, the squirrels will come across the branches. They won't even think about it. They'll just come across these lower branches, right? But they know that now that the weather is nicer, that the gators are usually back here. So what they'll do instead is they will, like if they come to my bird feeder, they will run, or if they come from across the wetlands, they will use the higher branches. They will not even bother with the lower ones. It's like, you know, when the gators came out here, they're looking at me, I'm looking at them. Like, everyone is aware of everyone. Even the herons, you know, they'll walk, there'll be a gator over here and the heron will get out. Like, they know. So I just wanted to share that with you. But yeah, I'll try and include a little bit of footage at the end of this video. But aren't my flowers just so pretty? This next gifted item that I'm going to show you has to do with my Lenox Spice Village. If you're not familiar with the Lenox Spice Village, it actually, the original one actually came out in the late 80s. I think it was like 1989, and it was part of a subscription. Like, you would receive one porcelain house every 24 months. And you know, just recently it went viral and it was very hard to come by because, you know, the full set in good condition, people were overcharging for it. So Lenox came out with a new version of the Spice Village. And so I had ordered this. I absolutely love it and just added it to the kitchen. And so one of my best friends sent me this beautiful, gorgeous piece, because you guys know I'm gonna have to collect the pieces now because that's what I do. But look at how beautiful this butter dish is with all the little details. So this is a nice little addition to my Spice Village collection. This next item that I want to share with you is something that I purchased myself. It is not part of the Spice Village. This was actually just something that I found while having breakfast with my daughter at Cracker Barrel. You can see here they look like books. It says Secret Garden and Wildflowers. Look at the beautiful flower design on the top. But these are actually salt and pepper shakers, and I just think they're so fitting and so perfect for spring and summer. And plus, you guys know I love all things miniature, so I had to pick up these little cuties. And then last but not least, I picked up this gorgeous vase from Target. I believe it's the Threshold line, and I just added in my beautiful flowers, added some butterflies. But I love the print on this. And of course, you guys know I love the blues and greens. And I just think it looks really pretty right here in the middle of the kitchen. So as always, thank you so much for watching. And I'm now going to insert a clip as we end this video of the wildlife, the animals that I've caught on film recently. So if you are a little bit nervous or scared of gators, I just want to give you a heads up because I will be showing them in the video. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Look at them. BB, no, no. Look at Guff. He sees a friend. Look at this guy. Guff. Guff, Guff. He's just trying to, Guff. He's just trying to have a great day, walking through the water, trying to eat. I'm sorry. Guff has terrible manners. And I have a mouthful of food. Look how beautiful. See, this is why I love the water being back here. Now this sweet little bunny, he's so sweet. He loves to nibble on our bird and squirrel food. Now right here, if you can see, this is one of the tiny, smaller babies right there. But then later on, I'm pointing out that here is my fence and here's a larger gator right behind. As you can see, he was watching me and then he's just trying to hide underneath the branches. You would never know that there's a gator under that water, right? But then he's scared, so he just starts to swim off. Thanks for watching.